Friends, I just got a little package. I love getting little packages in the mail. It makes me so happy. I don't know why. I love getting mail. Tell me in the comments, do you love getting mail? Not bills, like little notes or whatever. Anyways, I got this. I don't know what it is yet. I didn't even take the packaging out yet, but it was for me, and that doesn't happen all the time here. So are you ready? Let's look at it together and see. Oh, I know. It's from We Are Makers. Oh, look what I have. It is the We Are Makers carton stamp board. What? Oh my. My. It includes a scoring board, a stamp press, scoring stylus, and 75 stamps. Well, howdy do. Yes, I threw that on the floor. We gotta open it up and see what stamps. Hold on. Let me get my cute little scissors out. I have to, I almost hurt myself. Wait. Relax. Calm down. It's okay. Let's just, I'm trying to be careful. Okay. And I'm going to have to show you how to do this, how to use it too, because, hello. All right. Let's see what's in the box. All right. Oh, my Lanta. All right, so in said box is another package that I have to open. So hold on. I'm going to use my handy dandy pretty scissors to see what's inside. Okay, so how fun. So there is carton stamp board, and it's got instructions and how to do all the things. So it's to make the little cartons. This is perfect for Easter. This is perfect for Easter. Are you kidding me? I could make little cartons that look like milk cartons for my kids and put jelly beans in it. That sounds like fun, does it not? Okay, anyways, back to it. So look at how cute. There are all these little stamps that come with it. Oh, it says you're sweet. Grade A. Yum, yum. Oh, Lordy. Nutritional facts. Very cute. Sip, sip, hooray. Come on. That's adorable. And here's the stamp. And it comes with a little thing to do your paper, to make sure that, what is it called? Tell me in the comments. You know what it is. Words are hard. Menopause sometimes isn't fun. You know what I'm talking about, though. It's to smooth out and get nice smooth lines when you're folding stuff. But how fun is this? I'll read the instructions, don't worry. And hang on, let me show you how to use it. Hang on. All right, friends, let's get this carton stamp board and see if it is awesome or if the directions are lacking. We'll see. Okay. And again, this is from We Are Makers from American Crafts. There is a link. I also am using an ink pad. You want to have some paper. You want to use cardstock. The thicker, the better. So here is the little board, and you have the little plate that comes off of it. You also have your directions and the stamps. You're going to cut down your paper, and it all depends on which size carton you're going to make. Small, medium, or large. The small is 8.5 by 4.5. The medium is 8.5 by 5.5, and the large is 8.5 by 6.5. The nice thing is all of these measurements are on the top plate and the bottom plate. So if you lose your instructions, like I always do, it's all on here, so it's fine. You'll also notice that there are numbers on both sides of the grid thing, and there's also a small, medium, and large on the base of it. So what we're going to do is put your paper on your board and make sure that it is in the very corner, right up against those pegs. And you're going to go, number 1, skip the next guide, number 2, number 3, skip that guide 1, and then number 4. Then you're going to go to the side ones and you're going to do number 5, number 6, and then depending on what size you're doing, you'll do S, M, or L, small, medium, or large. For this one, I'm doing a large. So I'm going to go and do the L line and go and use my scoring tool. That's the word, by the way, was scoring tool. We're going to go to the very bottom and we're going to do the L to score that line. I can't believe words are so hard sometimes. Like it is the most ridiculously easy word. And of course I forgot it. Now here's the top. Once you get your scoring lines in, you're going to put your top back on and you're going to go over and do the roof marks, right? So that little line down and then the two on the side. So you're going to do that for this. And that's that, right? Easy so far. And it's not super complicated. And that's a lot saying for me to say that. All right, so then take the top back off, and here it is. You have all your lines, ta-da. So then you're going to take your stamps, and you're going to, now you don't have to use these stamps, but these ones are designed specifically for this size. So I'm using the stamps. So, and you're just going to put them on to your paper however you'd like them to be arranged, okay? Now, again, you're going to be doing this, the flat side is going to be up, and the nubby side is going to be towards your paper. Okay, get it all set however you would like it arranged. They came with a ton of different stamps. Now put your top back on and you're going to press down and all of those stamps are going to stick to that top. So cool, right? I know. All right, so then take that top back off and ta-da, they're all on there and they're ready. So then I'm going to take an ink pad and I'm going to ink all of the stamps that we just put on this. I'll be honest with you, make sure you let it dry, the ink pad, once you've inked your paper. I didn't, and it kind of got a hot mess. But anyways, there it is. It's all inked up. You're going to then put this back on the pegs and make sure your paper is still on there exactly where you had it before. And press, press, press. We're stamping. It's so exciting. So exciting. All right, so I press, 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 take it off. It's a little bit faded. Like it doesn't look like I got it all on there right. The nice thing about this is it's a precision board. So we don't have to worry if we didn't get it right the first time. You can go back, ink it again, and then put it back on. And that way you can get a little bit of a better coverage. I love that because I'll be honest with you, I am notorious for not doing things right the first time or not putting on enough ink or whatever. And then I'm like, oh, all is lost. And that's not the case with this, which I love. So there we go. So I re-inked it, put it back on the pegs, press, 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 and so much better. Like so easy to, so happy, so happy. And it's miniature stuff. I don't know about you. I have a thing for miniature stuff. Tell me in the comments if you have a thing for miniature stuff too, because I don't know why I'm so obsessed with it. Anyways, just to let you know, I used a baby wipe to wipe off all of my stamps. You don't have to use that. You could use whatever you wanted. And then you want to put them back onto the carrier sheet. And then you're going to put that little plastic thing over that. So here it is, all inked. Again, I would wait until your ink is really dry because when I did this next part, it's smudged. And I got fingerprints on stuff. But what we're going to do now is all those scoring marks, we're just going to use our scoring tool to just really make the bends or the folds, folds, also known as folds. And then you're going to do that very end one. Then you're going to go over and flip it around and do the bottom and the top. So the bottom you're going to do like the others, you're going to fold up. But the top one, you want to fold that top one towards the front of your box. It really is so easy, though. I'm so excited. All right, so then once that's done, you're going to get your skizzers out. I have little tiny skizzers. I love them. They're so cute. I got them from Temu. Before I forget, you also need some glue, right? You need some kind of adhesive, whether it's glue or one of those tape things. And then your next thing is you're going to cut. On the very bottom, you're going to do 4 cuts. And just following those score lines. Now, the very corner, you're going to cut out that little rectangle. There, done. That's the hardest part of this whole thing, right there, right? Done. Love it. All right, so then next, we're going to adhere stuff. So you're going to fold in that side long piece, and you're going to take whatever you're using to adhere it, whether it's glue or I have this Dollar Tree, I don't know what it's called, but it's adhesive, like tape. I glued that on, then you fold the other part over. Ta-da, now you have a box. Lovely. So then you're going to fold the bottom. I was just testing it to make sure it worked. It did. Then the bottom, you're going to fold those 2 sides in. And then we're going to put, now I'm going to invite you to put more than 1 strip of glue Or if you're using this glue tape, put more than one on there because mine kept popping off because I only did one little strip. So do a couple if you're using this kind of glue or tape. Is it glue or is it tape? I don't even know. I used the scoring tool to press the bottom on the inside so that it actually attached to the adhesive. Ta-da. Then we're going to just put the top together and look. Oh, it looks like it looks like a milk carton. Is that not adorable? I love it. Now, when I got done with that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go hog wild. So I got some different paper because I want it to match the bags that I'm going to make for the children. And look at, this is what I'm going to make the bags out of. Yes, that video is coming on Sunday. I can't wait for you to see it. But so all of these papers are all matching. I also have some embossing powder, and this is from We Are Makers, American Crafts. It is an embossing pad. Now, we did the same exact thing that we did before. We cut down our paper. For this one, I did 8.5 by 5.5. I'm doing a medium box. And we're going to do the same process as we did before. Use the scoring lines. Number 1, skip the guide. Number 2, 3, skip that guide. Number 4. It really isn't rocket science, but sometimes some people need it to be shown to them a couple times, like me. So I'm showing you a couple times. Then the bottom one, you're going to do whatever size box you're doing. We happen to be doing a medium one, so I score on the M line. Then we're going to put our top back on. It sounds like we didn't. Shh, that's ridiculous. Stop it, Colette. I'm sorry. Then we're going to put that lid part on, and then you're going to do the roof parts, right? Once that's all scored, look. It's lovely, right? Well, I thought I have a lot of children and I have a lot of these to make. So I decided to do like a mass production. So I went and scored all of the different papers that I had, all of the different colors. Okay, so once they're all scored, then the last one that I scored, I'm going to set up all of our stamps. Now the stamps, I'm going to set them up once and we're going to use it like I want to say almost like an assembly line, right? So get all of your stamps however you want them. Get the top, put it back on the pegs, make sure that all your stamps stick to that acrylic plastic thing. Then we're going to take that off and we're going to stamp it with the embossing stamp. And I just go around and stamp on it. Now this is a clear looking stamp, so it's going to be a little hard to see that you got all of it. But the nice thing again with this precision board is you don't have to worry, because if you do mess it up and you don't get it as covered as you want, you can just do it again and put it back on. So there we go. So we have it all on there. Then we're going to take our board and we're going to stamp our paper. I press down a little bit just because, I don't know, I think that's how you're supposed to do a stamp. I'm not exactly sure. But then you'll pull the top part off and get the paper out, and there it is. Now, this is next level. I'm telling you, take a piece of parchment paper, fold it in half, have a nice little crease in the center. Then you're going to take the page that you just did. This is that embossing powder that I showed you earlier. I got mine at Michael's. Put your page on the parchment paper, take your embossing powder, and you're going to go and pour it onto your page. This is very similar to how you do glitter, but this is embossing powder and it is magic. So I spread it all over that card, and then I kind of shimmy it around a little bit to make sure that it gets all over the places we just stamped. Tap it off and look at, awesome, right? No, wait. Okay, this is why we crease that parchment paper. I'm going to pick up that parchment paper, fold it in half, and now we've got a funnel that we can put our embossing powder back in. Ta-da! Anyways. Then you're going to add some heat to this. This is a heat gun that I have, and look at it. Gets raised and shiny, and oh, I love it. This makes the project go to next level. They have all different colors that you could use with embossing ink. You could use regular ink with different colors. You could get creative, all of the things. But all I'm doing is just adding heat, and as it heats up and it gets a certain temp, it makes everything melt that you just did. And oh my lordy, I love it. I love it so much. Now you do want to make sure that you don't want to touch it right away. You want to let the embossing situation, set up. And like, we're talking like 30 seconds tops. But anyways, there it is. Super excited. So, and look at, it's raised and shiny. I love it. Okay, so how I did this with with all of the different papers. So I stamped because I was afraid that the embossing ink was going to dry before I put the embossing powder on, I would stamp it, take it off the stamp, put embossing powder on it. And if you're going to do many of them, I have a little tray here. It's just a Dollar Tree baking pan, but it just makes it a little easier. It keeps the mess to a minimum. So I did this. And then when I get the embossing powder on it, I set that card to the side and I do the same process with the rest of the colors. So I'm not heat setting them quite yet, but at the end, I heat set everything all at the same time. Does that make sense? Now, if you were doing this with just regular ink, then you could just ink, do it on the card, take the card off, ink the next one. And then, you know what I'm saying? But because we were using embossing powder and you want to move quickly so that the stamp part doesn't dry, I had to do that part first. But now we're doing all of the heat for all of them, and I love them so much. They are, like, to me, that just elevates them. But then you're going to put them together like we did earlier, exactly the same thing. But for these ones, I'm going to pop a couple little holes at the very tippity top. I am using my Crocodile, again, from American Crafts. I love that place. You don't have to. You could use just a regular hole punch. But I pop 2 little holes at the top. And then I'm taking jute. It's just Dollar Tree jute. And I'm going to tie a little bow at the top of that. The reason why I'm doing this is, now, if you didn't want to, you would just put a line of glue at the very top. And you could just fill it with whatever candy or treat or chapstick. That would be fun. Or a little trinket. And you would just glue the top. But I know my children and I know they're going to want to use these again. So I am going to fill it with cutesy things, and I just tied it with a little jute at the top. And look at how cute that is. Are you kidding me? I love it. Obsessed. Like, completely obsessed. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you would want to make one of these, because I think they're super cute. Okay, so there you have it. That's how you use it. And friends, I have to tell you, I was not prepared for I wasn't prepared for the cuteness. I wasn't prepared for how easy it was. Once you figure it out, once you really kind of figure it out, no brainer, was not obsessed, especially for those of us who have a hard time lining things up. Precision board makes it so easy. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm obsessed. I mean, look, I can't. Stop, right? Like, these are going to go, and stay tuned for, looks like a little milk carton. Did I tie them? Yes. Just because I have commitment issues, and it's fine. But I'm going to be putting these in my children's Easter basket, Easter bags. So stay tuned. Sunday, I'm going to show you the Easter bags that I'm going to make, that I'm going to put these in. Woo! Anyways, friends, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you so much. Don't forget, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you don't miss out on any of the Crazy Pants DIY fun. Friends, thanks again for being here. Okay, now it's your turn. Go make something pretty.